Charlie Kirk is someone else who apparently was censored by Twitter. He's the founder and president of Turning Point USA. We just told you that Barry Weiss a few moments ago reported that internally Twitter's censors set Charlie Kirk's account to do not amplify status. Charlie Kirk joins us right now. Charlie, thanks so much for coming on. You're just hearing this too. I mean, this just happened. This is happening, in fact, as we talk about it.
Yes.
But do you have any idea which of your tweets set this censorship in motion?
I could probably guess. You know, a couple years ago, Axios did a study that showed that our Twitter account was the fourth most engaged Twitter account on the planet, right up there with President Trump. I mean, I've been using Twitter for a decade, happen to understand it really well, and we were averaging 115,000 retweets a day when we were really at our peak. And we would talk about, for example, in the midst of the virus, how lockdowns might not be the best decision. We started talking about how, hey, or asking the question, are there other treatments that we might want to talk about? So it could have been that. But then all of a sudden we saw off a cliff, almost immediately, our engagement, our retweets disappear. I started to talk about this a lot, Tucker, and I was called a conspiracy theorist. I was smeared, and I started to email the people that I Yes, exactly. Wait, oh, you're QAnon. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. I used to get 115,000 retweets, and then it's kind of one of those things, right, Tucker, where they convince you to stop talking about it because you sound like, okay, who cares about your Twitter account? Not a big deal. Right. And now you see actual verified documents where my Twitter account was labeled as do not amplify, NSFW, which I could only infer means not safe for work. Other like threat tags, they're treating my Twitter account with more scrutiny and censorship than the prime minister of Iran, than Hamas, than people that do actual terroristic type damage. And now we have evidence to show that's exactly why my Twitter account the last couple of years has been down 95% in engagement. They saw what I had to say as a direct threat to the regime.
So there's a huge amount of unfiltered hardcore pornography on Twitter, I think to this day, but it was your Twitter account that was not safe for work.
Apparently asking questions about our lockdown policy, which obviously hurt children and hurt our target audience at Turning Point USA, college kids, where they had to go home and stare at a screen all day long and turned into the most suicidal, depressed, alcohol and drug addicted generation in history. I started tweeting about that. Apparently that was a threat. Now my question though, Tucker, is were they told to do this by Anthony Fauci?
Were
they told to do this by the federal government? Was my tweet somehow able to create viral counter messaging to what they wanted to see happen in 2020? We may never know, but Twitter at its best, when it was really something that was worthy of appreciation, I hope it gets there soon, was a place where heterodox ideas were able to spread instantaneously with virality and hold powerful people accountable. I happen to have one of those accounts for a couple years, and Twitter went out of their way to censor it and suffocate our account.
Let me ask, did you ever complain? Because you understand the platform, so you knew that something inorganic was happening, something fake was happening.
Yes.
Someone's putting a thumb on the scale. Did you complain to Twitter about it?
Yes, I did. So I had a very warm meeting with some of the Twitter employees back in the summer of 18. I actually met with Jack Dorsey personally, where he assured me shadow banning wasn't happening. And I didn't really believe him at the time, but I said, okay, whatever, because I wasn't really experiencing a lot of what we consider censorship. And then 6 months later, 12 months later, I still had their contact information, and I started to write them like, hey guys, something's not right here. Silence. And then the virus happened in 2020, and you could not get a response out of Twitter. And then you would start to tweet at Jack and tweet at the Twitter management, and it was almost as if it became a wholly operated company that kind of changed their modus operandi from being somewhat of a social media platform to a Democrat super PAC. And I don't think they really cared. And Elon, praise God for his courage and his bravery revealing this. And I try to get lawmakers involved and other people. And I don't think we'll ever be able to measure the impact of what Twitter did to our voices online in the calendar year of 2020. The lives that were lost, the kids that really had speech impediments and delays and school closures, and of course, the outcome of the 2020 election all came from a censorship regime from Twitter.
That's totally right. And Twitter did this, we learned last week, partly because everyone who works there is a liberal, but partly because Democrats in Congress threatened them if they didn't do this. Republicans in Congress just sat back and talked about the free market. Useless, as always. Charlie Kirk, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.